Welcome to episode 8. In this episode we're going to be removing some of these windows to restore the frames and order some new seals before we put them back in. So the first thing I noticed with these windows is that the seals appear to have the bead put in from outside. There's the join in the bead, so I can pick that out, pull all that out, and then the glass should come out, which doesn't strike me as being very sensible, not when this is going to be on a river mooring, probably with no security. So I think the most sensible thing is to renew these seals, because they're all perished and knackered anyway, but fit them from the inside if we can. I don't see why they've been fitted from outside. Maybe it was just an accessibility sort of point of view, but I think that seal needs to go in from the inside. So yeah, let's see if we can remove these. See if we can remove them without destroying them, of course. I'm removing these ones because they're just the smallest ones and they're not particularly prone to getting rain and weather hammering at them whilst they're out, because I'm going to need to find out what these seals are and then track them down, so they might be out for a little while. Oh. Okay, well I didn't expect that, but that's one way to get it out. So there, that proved the point that having that seal on the outside is completely unsuitable from a security point of view. I wouldn't have even needed to prise that glass out. I'd have just needed to pull the bead out and push the window in and it would have just gone straight in. So we will fit that bead on the inside when we replace these. But for now, that's that out. Now we can clean the glass up. We'll measure and track down what type of seal that is. I found a website with something that looks like these called a Clayton Wright window seal, so I'll compare this with the dimensions of those. Let's see if those will suffice. We'll replace all the seals, we'll do all of the windows all the way around. But today we're just going to remove these two. Right, let's get the other one out. I think this frame's a bit more corroded than the other one. We got some distortion. In fact, the seal's completely given way at the bottom there and broken away. So we'll refurbish these apertures and get some primer on them. Then we'll just cover them up to protect them from water ingress until we get some of this seal. Go. Right, I better go inside. There they are. Both appear to be the same as one another. The seal's not sort of stuck to the glass or anything, it's literally just, you know, sitting around it. I think they should clean up quite nicely. And we'll come back in a moment and just prep around these apertures, probably put some Fertan on them and then prime them, get them ready for reseating. So we've now finished needle gunning those around. I took them right to the edge of these pieces because it's much easier to sort of prime a smaller area if you've got straight lines to join to. This edge will be done when we do the hatch, which you know, will be in an episode soon. So yeah, done around there. Did the same on this one. Didn't film it because I couldn't film it with me in there doing the job. So yeah, again, took it all the way to the edges, all the way to the top. So yeah, I think what we're going to do now is just put some Fertan on this and let that cure overnight. So today's another day. The Fertan has cured overnight. Let's just have a little look at this. So that's neutralised all the rust that was around those. And what we're just going to do now is wire brush these, get rid of any loose rust and Fertan dust. And then we're going to do a bit of filling. We've got some general purpose filler here. I'm just trying to prepare an area just around the edge where the new seal is going to go. I've ordered the seal this morning. So this will all be dried and then we sand it, prime it and get the new windows in. So I've been around this with a few different tools. I went around the inside with the mini belt sander, and then I just went over the outside here just to rough it up so we get good adhesion with the Makita Orbital sander. And you know, the Fertan's got into all the pits and converted the rust that's in the pits, so not bothered about that. I think now we just need to get some filler into these. Well, I don't know, that's not pits, it's just some damage there. The outside's really not too bad. The inside is where it's a bit nasty. I don't know why. I think it must just be from condensation forming in here. There's an awful lot more pitting around the insides of these windows, particularly at the bottom, as you would expect. But yeah, it's quite bad there. Not too much in here, a little bit there, but that's from That's from where the door's been leaking. It's really not too bad. It looked worse before I'd tidied it all up. So we're just going to put a bit of filler in these pits and prime the rest. Just going to have a little tidy up around these now with the mini belt sander. This is a really neat little tool because it's quite abrasive and it gets into corners. So let's just go around these. So we're just about finished with these. We've put some primer on them, inside and out. We've covered around the prepared area on the outside, but just on the inside, we've just gone around the area where the seal's going to sit. We'll do it all properly when we come to paint the whole boat. But for now, this is fine. It'll just stop the rusting, keep the water out. We're just going to give these glass windows a little clean up. Now the best thing for cleaning glass is a steel wire wall Brillo pad. So these should come up nice and shiny and bright when we're finished with them. Bound to have a few little specks of weld in these after all the years they've been on the boat, but hopefully we can clean them up as best as possible. So the new seal has turned up. It's physically a bit smaller, but I think importantly all the sort of dimensions are right. It's 5mm glass, 3mm panel and a 7mm web. It's just that there's sort of less width in it so that it won't cover so much of the glass. But of course that also makes it easier to prise the glass out of the rubber. But I think that's about as good as we're going to find. I couldn't find anything closer in dimensions than that, so we're just going to see if this works. Sorry about the light levels, I don't know how this is going to film. It's very bright sunshine today and we're in the shade and there is nothing I can do about it, so let's just get on with this as fast as we can. So yeah, so this is the seal. It's a bit smaller than the other one, but the critical sizes are the same. I think we just need to start feeding it in and then you know, try and cut it to the correct length. We've only got 1 metre of spare, so I don't really have enough to make mistakes. It was quite expensive, it's about £10 a metre, and I needed 16 metres of it, so doesn't like go around these corners like the old one did, or maybe that's because the glass isn't in it yet. That might straighten out once the glass is in. Right, so we got this seal in. Not all that impressed with it really. It's don't know if you can see that. It's sort of all like wrinkled up in the corners. I'm wondering if these wrinkles will just sort of normalise if I leave it like this. Maybe by the morning they will have, you know, all sort of shrunk away. I'm thinking possibly that's what's going to happen. Because I can't imagine the original seals were formed to the window. I mean, they stayed in that shape when I pulled them out, but because this isn't a mass production thing, this was a one-off vessel, so I don't think they're going to have been formed. I think maybe these just take up the shape given time. So I'll put the beading on the back and get the other one done, and then we'll see what they look like in a couple of days' time. So we've got both of these pieces of glass in now with the seals. This one did exactly the same on the corners, the seals all sort of pucker up, but I'm just going to leave that for a few days, see if that settles down. I've got a feeling it might, because everybody needs to bend these round corners, they can't stay like that. So we'll just give them a bit of time to settle, but overall pretty happy with that. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.